everybody, how's it going? Stoutman coming back at you once again today. And my back is already hurting, even though I only did one freaking video. Ugh. Ugh. Holy cow. Anyways, now that I've fixed the camera angle because I didn't want to have to just to be able to have my head above the, you know. Now that I've fixed the camera angle, and it's a little bit more comfortable for me to do this, let's go ahead and show you what I got. I picked up a lot of cool Blu-rays for cheap from another goHastings sale. This one was 35% off of everything used, all their used Blu-ray titles. So 35% off, not a bad deal, especially if you're buying used. Especially with goHastings, because goHastings, I rarely ever have any issues with goHastings. Now that being said, I did have one or two issues this time around, but you know, always a silver lining, and I find that there are more silver linings with goHastings than with other companies, with other places you might find used Blu-rays. They try their best to put out the best quality stuff that they can put out there. They get the best used Blu-rays, the best used everything, and sometimes you buy used and they send you something new. So it's like, you know, they're not that bad, all things considered. They're actually one of the better companies out there, in my humble opinion. But then, I've been using Hastings for a long time, as I've discussed in past videos. I remember I used to go to a Hastings store back when I lived in Spokane, Washington, when I was a lot younger. So, you know, it's a part of my life. Hastings is a part of my life, a good part of my life. And I like to support them whenever I can, and hey, when they have deals like this, how can you go wrong? Some of these were at an original price of like $3.50 or something, and then others were up as high as maybe $6 or something like that. But you know, when you take the 35% off of all of it, and when you consider all the stuff that I got, when I did all the math on it and everything, it came to like about $4.27 each, $4.27 each, shipped to my house. So yeah, just keep that in mind. It's like a little bit over $4, say $4.25 essentially, $4.25 for each one. So yeah, let's go ahead and start showing you what I got. I was gonna maybe split this up, but I don't know why I would do that at this point. Like, maybe to get more video content, but why do that? Why cheap you out when I can just show it all to you at once? And it really doesn't make sense to show you what I got in one order over two videos. So yeah, anyway, first off, I got Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance, starring, of course, Nicolas Cage as Ghost Rider. And I was not expecting a whole lot from this movie, to be quite honest. I thought it was going to be kind of stupid and crappy, because the original Ghost Rider movie I was not a huge fan of. I didn't really like the original Ghost Rider, but then I watched this with my good friend Brandon with Skin Slip, and man, this is a much different movie from the original Ghost Rider movie that came out. This is completely different. Takes it in more of an outrageous, ridiculous turn, I guess you would say. And there are just some hilarious moments in this, and it's just a really funny, interesting action film, ridiculous action film, and for that reason alone, I really, really enjoyed this and wanted to pick it up. So yeah. Next up, I got Mud, which is another movie I saw last year with my good friend Skin Slip. I think I saw it on Netflix when it came out on Netflix with him. But yeah, Mud was actually a surprisingly good movie. I didn't know if I was going to like this or not. I mean, I didn't really know what it was about when I went into it. And, you know, all things told, I thought it was actually quite memorable. I found myself remembering a lot of the scenes from the movie, you know, later on through the year, and just having a lot of interesting memories in association with mud, and you know, it's a really good movie. So yeah, why not pick it up? $4.25. Next up, I got two movies here that I'm just going to show you together. Got Night Watch and Day Watch. These are, you know, one is a sequel to the other. Night Watch and Day Watch. The first one here, I believe Night Watch is the first one. Let me see here. 2004, 2006. Okay, yes, this is the first one. Night Watch was, what is it, like a Russian horror movie? And it was really freaking good. I was not expecting it to be as good as it was, because, you know, the premise at first kind of sounds like, you know, if it's a foreign movie, and with how, you know, somewhat cheesy it is, and with the trailers being what they were, I thought, well, this, I don't know if this is going to be up my alley. But no, right up my alley. This is absolutely fantastic series. One movie goes directly into the other. Well, I don't know, maybe not directly, but yeah, they're really good horror movies here. So for $4.25 each, why not pick up Night Watch and Day Watch? And then I picked up another movie here that my friend Skinslip swears I hated when we first watched it, but I'm pretty sure he's just remembering that I didn't really want to watch it when he kind of forced me to. So at first I thought I wasn't going to like this movie. I thought, I'm going to hate this movie. This was going to be stupid. But by the end of the movie, I was in love. By the end of the movie, I'm like, you know, this movie's actually kind of good. I'm actually really enjoying this movie. Dylan Dog. Yes, this didn't get very good reviews everywhere. A lot of people hated it, but I thought it was freaking fantastic. It is cheesy as hell, yes, but in that good, corny, fun way that's self-aware. You know, it's aware that it's cheesy. It's trying to be cheesy. It's trying to be funny. And it does a very good job of that. Actually, I've been watching a lot of Supernatural lately, and this very much reminds me of that in terms of its style and its tone. And yeah, I really like Dylan Dog. Very good little comedy-esque horror movie. Next up, this is the one I had a little bit of an issue with because of, well, the way that it came packaged. There's no other way to get around it. Just show you The Raven. I saw this, I believe, it was last year either, or the end of the year before that. But either way, I really liked The Raven. I was an English major at the time, and well, no, I had already gotten the degree. But yeah, I was an English major, and I read a lot of Edgar Allan Poe, and of course I had to watch the movie, and I thought it was a really cool take, a really cool concept to go with, and obviously John Cusack did a really good job with it. I liked the movie. I really liked it. I'd say maybe like a 7 out of 10. Unfortunately, I don't know if you could tell, but it came in actually a really thick case. Actually, the best way to probably show you this is to show you here how much space there is at the end there. And yeah, if you see on the, it doesn't really fit. So I don't know why, but they put it in one of these thicker cases that is intended for multiple disc sets. So yeah, I guess it's nice to have this extra thick case for multiple disc sets, but I'm gonna have to put it in a regular case at some point now, which I would have loved if they would have just sent it to me in that regular case, but nope. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Can't complain when you're getting it for $4. Next up, I already had Shaun of the Dead. I already had Paul. I don't have at World's End, but now I have Hot Fuzz. This is the Ultimate Edition of Hot Fuzz. It has a whole bunch of special features, and I absolutely love this movie. I think it's absolutely hilarious. It's just a really great movie. I mean, I don't even think I have to say anything about this, because if you don't know about Hot Fuzz yet, then what the hell, man? It's a hilarious movie. You definitely have to see it. Pays a lot of homage to some great horror movies, some great action movies. I mean, it's really good. Anyways, next up, although the Raven came in that thicker case that it wasn't supposed to come in, I did get Hell, which I've done a little video about in the past. As you may remember, I did a Netflix picks of Hell, and if you want to go back and check that out, you can definitely do that, and you'll get a sense of what the movie is like. It's a post-apocalyptic movie. It is also a foreign film. So, yeah, it's a really cool movie, and of course this has a really cool cover as well. But I was not expecting it to have a slip cover. It came with a slip cover. You probably already noticed that, but yeah. The only problem, of course, being there are literally no special features. So the special feature that it came with was the slip cover. Anyways, $4.25. I'm not going to complain about that one. Another one that I was surprised came in the slipcover, although it's a little beat up. I was still very happy to see Paranorman in the slipcover. Not with the green case, but in the slipcover. So yeah, it's a used Blu-ray. You can get used Blu-rays like this and like this from goHastings for cheapo prices, and they might even come with the slipcover. So yeah, Paranorman was honestly probably my favorite animated movie from the past few years. Of course, it was a Leica movie, and they do the stop-motion animation stuff. I believe Leica is actually located here in Portland too, or at least they have offices here. And I absolutely love the kind of animation they do. The last thing they did was the Box Trolls, and that one was really good too. But for my money, this is the best one in a long time, because not only was it just perfect for horror fans out there, people who love horror movies and grew up with horror movies and are part of that community, but it's also like it does a lot of things that are very subversive in terms of even like a family movie. The main thing I can think of being that the big beefy, I don't want to give too much away, this might be a spoiler for those who haven't seen it, the big beefy hunky guy in the movie ends up being gay, which I'm just like, I know there was some family group out there that saw that and was like, fuck this shit, this ain't a Christian movie, you know, stupid bullcrap. But yeah, I applauded when I saw that in theaters. This movie got so many things right. It's like a 9 out of 10. It's a really great movie. Probably one of my favorites of all time. It's definitely in the top 500. Definitely. Next up, we have one that I have been waffling on for a good 4 or 5 years. I have seen it, mind you. I know that it's good, otherwise I wouldn't want to pick it up. But, you know, I've been waffling on it because it has been one of those titles that has been really low in price for a long time. So it's been more a matter to me of how low can I get it? What's the lowest price I can get this? And not necessarily a matter of I really want this. Because it's like, I did want it, but it wasn't something that was like at the top of my priority list. It was more, how low of a price can I get this for? Knowing I want it. And knowing that it's been so mass produced at this point that you can get it for cheapo prices used. Well, $4.25 for Sunshine Cleaning. This is a great movie about a couple of women who get into the business of cleaning up crime scenes. It's an interesting little story, and I really dug it. Yeah, Emily Blunt, Amy Adams, really good movie. Glad to finally have that in my collection after waffling over it for so many different times. And then next up we have 127 Hours, starring James Franco. Saw this one in the theaters too. Even though I didn't really think Slumdog Millionaire was deserving of the all the awards that it won, and even though, I mean, as I've said before, I liked Slumdog Millionaires, I just didn't think it was worthy of all the praise it got. Now, one I felt like maybe deserved even a little bit more praise was 127 Hours. Same director, mind you. And it was just a really good movie. It proved to me that James Franco was a really good actor, because before that I didn't really feel comfortable seeing him in like leading roles, because I felt like, well, I don't know, is he a leading role kind of guy? And with this movie he really proved that he can do a leading role, and he can do it very well. So yeah, since then I've really grown an affinity for James Franco, and he can do serious roles quite well, and this is proof of that. 127 Hours, very good movie. But then I like movies like this, as evidenced by the fact that I also own Buried, a Ryan Reynolds movie that a lot of people hate because it's just him in a box for a long time. But you know, this is just James Franco in the desert for a long time. So I like those self-exploratory kind of movies for some reason. I dig them. And then last but not least, let me just double check here and make sure that this is actually accurate. Yep, last but not least, finally, I believe that's 12 titles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes. 12 titles that I got there. So it came to be around $50, somewhere there in that range. I think it was like 51 something, but yeah. Finally, I picked up another one that I've been waffling on, but I haven't really been able to find like a really good deal on it. I found some decent deals, but nothing that I was like, well, nothing that I was comfortable paying. So, finally, I picked it up. Robin Hood. This is the one with Russell Crowe, directed by Ridley Scott. It is a really good movie. A lot of people didn't think it was very good. A lot of people didn't like the Ridley Scott version of Robin Hood. I felt like it was absolutely fantastic. Now, I wouldn't say it's like a 9 or anything like that, but maybe an 8, maybe a 7 or 8 out of 10. It's a very solid movie. Very good. Very underrated, I find, too. A lot of people didn't even feel like it was worthy of a movie, even like a 5 or a 6, and I don't even know what the hell to tell you there, man. It's quite a good movie. You really need to give it another chance. There are quite a few special features on here as well. Unrated director's cut. I never got to see the unrated director's cut. I only saw the theatrical cut. So, yeah. Can't wait to check this one out. Again. Very good movie. So, yeah. $4.25. Maybe that should be the title of this video. goHastings pick up for $4.25. This is a hefty pack of Blu-rays. I don't know if you can tell that I'm tired here. Like, not necessarily slurring my words, but not necessarily saying the right words either. So, yeah. That'll do it for this video. Thanks for watching, everybody. Catch you later. Peace.